Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all saw. Y'all saw. Oh, she's a. Oh, she's a. Y'all saw. She's a. Is that for. Dude, what is that? Was I making up a language? Yes, I saw. She's a. Yes, saw. Seesaw. Hell yeah, look at Yoshi's. Believe it or not, I edited that cover. That's crazy. Shout out Yoshi Vintage, man. Tomorrow's her release party for this album. I had the pleasure of editing the picture for sure. Cover art. That's crazy. But I was listening to that song earlier, so makes sense it popped up. Algorithm things. Okay. Talk about it. So who are we looking for? It's right here. Reggie White Sr. or excuse me, Jr. Pops is gone now. Jaguar Wright on Diddy vs. Tupac and Suge Knight. True Crime Podcast 650. So they finally got together with Sean Atwood. You know the man. He's good at what he does. And that's where we're at.
Going to be reporting more on the Diddy case. Reggie has got his own YouTube channel. He's a very charismatic speaker. I've been watching his stuff. And the link for his channel is at the top of the YouTube description box. If you're watching this on YouTube, urge people to go and check out what he's doing as well. Yeah. Just to give some of the highlights from his timeline. Born in 64 in LA, joined Death Row Records as a music exec 1990s. 1996 became a key figure in the label during Tupac's rise to fame, and 2000s continued to influence the hip-hop scene through various projects. So first, huge thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. To my people across the pond, as we like to say, and thank you for having us. Yes.
Yeah, I used to live in Arizona for almost 20 years. I used to go to LA a lot. And
so you like heat then? You went from heat to the cold.
and love the California vibe and the buzz of the partying with the American people. But my first question for you is...
He was there in the college days.
Do you think Diddy has...
Actually, man, what am I doing? I'm going to start this off real quick and reset the whole room. Yo, Hip Hop Heist, man. We are back with another live reaction. Why the hell is Reggie White staring at me like that? It looked like he's staring at me like that. But yeah, man, we back with another live reaction, man. And guess what? Today it is Reggie White and Jaguar Wright. So, wow. Has anybody asked if they're related? That's interesting. Nobody's asked that. Maybe today they'll ask that.
To survive incarceration.
Street smarts. He's going to learn that as he goes. As we see him, and I really believe he got this.
Yo, the way Reggie Wright talks, he just talks with a little like a little smirkiness. You know what I mean? Free smirky, yo. But he talks with a little like, oh yeah, that guy. He thinks he knows, but he don't know shit.
Trouble recently for running his mouth too much.
Hey, hit that like and subscribe too, and I'll stop pausing this keyboard.
I know it's not being reported. It's been reported like he was using other people's phone calls when they call it the PAT, which is in the federal system, you only get like 30 people on what you call your phone list that you can call. It's not like in most jail systems, or at least over here in the States, where you can just, whoever accepts your collect call or you got enough money on your books, you can call. And the feds, it's only like 30 people that you can call. And so they reported it like he was using other. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my one.
So while Reggie fixes whatever, he'll be right back. And like I said, you know, he's an integral part of Death Row Records. He knows a lot from the inside. I think this might be the first time he's done a live Q&A. So put your questions in the chat, folks. And it's going to be a long night. We're gonna got live.
Yeah, Pops work for the LAPD too.
Show tonight.
I believe, right?
And loads of questions have come in on the YouTube.
Yeah, didn't his Pops work for the LAPD too? Very, 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 very corrupt little organized.
Wall. So we will be getting those questions over to him as well. And I can see questions coming in. Yeah, all right. So
okay, I apologize for that. I just had to get. I had some background noise. But anyway, what I was just saying that eventually someone will get to him that he can trust and he's going to learn and he'll be okay. You just got to take care of people in there, and there'll be somebody in there that he's going to learn, that he's going to be able to trust. And then as long as you take care of them, you'll be okay.
So we had that phone call, allegedly.
Okay.
We're not talking. We're talking about pizza boxes and plastic and getting rid of things. What was your interpretation of that one? Amy's asking you.
I think that was AI, guys. Okay. I really believe that was AI. You know, of course, that guy, Courtney Burgess, he wanted to insert himself in this case so much. And he wanted to make it seem like they called him the pizza man and all of that. Nobody's that stupid. And trust me, that would have been brought up if he was making threats over the phone like that. And so we got to watch it, man. We're in this new world of AI, and man, they can get people in trouble.
Do you not think, Reggie, the smarter thing to do would have been to hand a written letter or to hand it over Diddy's words and had his camp to create the AI? The only name mentioned in the whole thing was Jay-Z, and the rest of it was code. Could it be possibly a smarter move by his team to just put out that one name as a, hey, we're putting that out there? Do you think there's a possibility that it could have been a strategic plan from the Diddy side, even though it was AI?
You think that's smart? When you're trying to get out on bail and stuff like that, you wouldn't be making threats like that. You're not that stupid. You don't even want anything negative coming up.
Nah, he ain't wrong.
After Friday, it's going to be some interesting things going on. What I mean by that is, I really don't believe the judge still going to let him out on bail. Now, you have to wonder, and the judge brought that up. It's like, y'all, hey, prosecution, y'all better get ready. Y'all better be able to explain to me why this gentleman, you know, no disrespect to any race or anything, but why this white guy got out for a $10 million bill, and y'all keeping this guy in for pretty much the same charges. Now, we all know that Diddy has, there's more civil allegations out there that he has done that is sickening, right? But criminally, they only put one victim up. And she pretty much is a person that, yeah, you know, you made her do things, but she stuck with him for 10 or 12 years. So my point is, by them harassing him and keep making him, you know, show this play their hand, meaning prosecution, real soon, man, they're going to be adding some more victims. You're going to start hearing a lot more about these kids that's allegedly out there and people like that. And that's going to make the prosecution be like, okay,
yeah,
y'all want to hear some more serious things?
He's telling them they're just, it's like almost testing them, but in the DA, prosecution is not, they don't like to be, all right, let's throw some more at you. What about the kids? What about the minors that was going on? Like, so they're gonna do that. They'll throw them at you. They'll throw them at you because you were testing them. That's it. Like the prosecution is like, okay, well here, what about this then?
And that's gonna make them do it.
And what's sad is that the prosecution can make it all up. And there's very many cases with that.
They wanted to do. So it can be two hands. You can be just like a double-edged sword. Do you want it? Do you want all the bad stuff now, or do you want it to wait later? That would be the question that you have to ask yourself. I would be the type like, well, maybe let's just leave them alone. I'll stay here. We only got one victim. We can be Cassie or whoever that alleged victim is. We all believe. I'm sure 95% of us, 97% of us believe it's Cassie that's the victim that they're referring to. But if the judge gonna say, well, there's only one victim, what would you do if you were the prosecutor? So you want more victims? I'll give you more victims.
Damn.
And trust me, they have more victims. Only thing they have to go do is read some of the 120, because you got 120 different lawsuits, civilly, one or two people ain't lying, right? Of the 120. I think it's more. So all they need is one to get you 10, 15 years over here.
I think the feds have got a lot more tricks up their sleeves then with this case.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. We still got a grand jury going on. You still got a grand jury going on with people that's already in custody. So you say, well, what that mean? TPD has a grand jury going on, right? You don't hear, TPD got a case going on. You don't hear about, they'll still convene with grand jury. They're ready to go with their case. So my whole point is, we know there's a grand jury still going on. That's for more charges and more conspirators or defendants, co-defendants.
But you bounce it up and down on the screen. Is there any way to
I'm
save the
sorry.
message, right?
I apologize. I'm hitting the table that my screen is on.
All right, you've got a viewer question here, and it is: did the Notorious Big know about Diddy's weird SA stuff and pre-cops before he died?
Remember, Notorious Big died in 1997. I don't believe he got the money and stuff like that start coming on, and us being more acceptable to Rico's type parties and stuff like that. You remember, that's a new word. We used to just call orgies, right? And orgies was like 2 or 3 people. We didn't have parties like I don't think he did, because I don't think Puffy was doing stuff like that at that point in '97. I think this is something he learned in the late or the mid 2000s.
Did you ever witness Diddy and socially or otherwise with his mother? Did you ever witness their relationship? Did anything ever stand out between those two?
Man, yeah, they that's what Ronnie Bo was saying. Ronnie Bo was saying that, and Audrey English was saying that they seen him having threesome. And this is the mom, Diddy, and whoever. That's crazy. Man, you hope that this shit is not real. But as we've seen many times, like, when you get that much power, it's like some weird, sick bolt gets turned in your head. Now you're like evil Frankenstein. Let me be a lust and gluttonous, the 7 deadly sins. You know what I mean? That shit. Like Diddy embodied all that. We've seen it on camera all the time. You know what I mean? Remember when he trashed the damn The Office? I could do whatever I want, or some shit. I was like, man, what the fuck? It was a matter of time before somebody, puts a target on your back.
The Death Row guy on the West Coast, which is about 3,000 miles away from the East Coast. Of course, they did come to our cities a lot of times, but to hang out with y'all or have any type of relationship with y'all, I didn't.
Okay, that's right.
What do you think about like jailhouse snitches creeping up on Diddy?
They're gonna be there. They're gonna be ones that's just trying to work their way out, that's inserting themselves, and they're gonna be ones that work for the government, and they're gonna be ones that the government sticks on you on purpose. And that's going to happen. It's going to happen on every level of a case. And he just got to be smart and wise enough to stay away. Be like, okay, I know who you are. You grew up in our neighborhood, and we still know where, your parents or your family live. And so y'all solid or y'all not solid or whatever. Look at the little Dirk situation that's going on over here now. He thought that was a friend. He thought that was. So the amount of time that people are getting now, and unfortunately, the way snitches don't get disciplined, or look at how we got 6ix9ine, or people like that. They have big channels and Sammy the Bull, people like that. We're not as hard on informants or rats or snitches as we did or as we would like to see in the movies of the Goodfellas and the Sopranos and stuff like that. It's just we don't learn to accept them. It's unfortunately because of the time that they given. There's guys that went to jail in the 80s and the 90s that are out for murder and drug cases now. My point is they let you out. They were letting you out then. Now they're giving you life, 50 years and stuff. And people are not disciplining people when they get outright caught being informants. They're not disciplining them like they used to. And so.
What about extortion?
Extortion is something new. I mean, the extorting and the attorneys is pretty much extorting celebrities currently, right? And that's all they doing is blackmailing, and they got a way to make it like I'm just sending you a letter, putting you on notice. This is what's going to happen. You want it to go away. We didn't know, trafficking, sex trafficking, going across state lines and stuff like that. We just used to call that prostitution or hiring some, some girls and stuff. Now they call it sex trafficking. So the laws have made it, especially over here in the States, a little different when you get time for stuff that you used to didn't get as much time for. But if you think about what all that they were doing was just flying prostitutes across state lines. And now that's causing you human trafficking. To buy in some states in the United States, brothel houses and prostitution is legal. But once you move them across state lines, then it's 20 to 25 years, which is crazy.
There's a theory that it may end up like Epstein because as his legal problems multiply, so does the liability to anyone else who was at the parties. And if it's parties, we saw that with Epstein. Do you think he will make it to France?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I try not to be too much of a conspirator, y'all, or a conspiracy theorist. And so I don't, but all the people that been in the detention center where Mr. Epstein died said you couldn't have killed yourself the way, it's impossible for that to happen. And so, that being said,
what's
if it happened to Epstein, why wouldn't it happen to Diddy, right? Diddy have tapes of it. I don't even think Epstein and them were making tapes and stuff. They were just a list. I think it was the main thing was just a list, right? He has tapes, so you might want this to go away. And how can you make this go away? You see, our president is trying to put a guy that convicted.
All right, man, my bad. I had to take it off the Bluetooth speaker because I feel like it's coming in a little too low.
The same crimes into to be the Attorney General for our country. I'm saying all to say, hey, they trying to make this acceptable, or somebody that's a little bit more lenient towards this. Why? Why are they doing that? Why are they putting a guy that's been accused just recently of the same crime that Diddy's doing, and you trying to make him over all law enforcement in the United States?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Something to think about.
Yeah, why would he do that? Maybe because when you're put in that position, you can't get in trouble, right? That's crazy. Let's get into it.
Do you think it would be too obvious if he ended up like Epstein? Or do you think they just don't care? Because these people are so
But does
powerful?
it go away? It goes away. We stop talking about it.
The problems will go away, yeah.
When has the last time we asked about the list? When Epstein alive, all we want to know was the list. When the last time you heard anybody ask, hey, who's all on the Epstein list? Where's the Epstein list at?
I think if you want a good insight to that, have a look at what billionaires have got on their private jet the minute Trump got voted into power. I think a lot of them flew the nest, shall we say.
Yeah.
So I'd be looking there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Reggie, have you watched the Jonathan Oddy police interrogation, the guy who shot up the Trump hotel?
I heard about it when it first happened. Was it the Trump hotel or what? Oh, no. I'm thinking of the gentleman that got caught at the golf course. So no, I haven't. No.
Well, Jonathan Oddy, he said that he was a sex slave for Diddy. This was many years ago. He made various allegations, and a lot of the stuff he said in this police interview, it's come out to be true. But he also said, I know you're not into conspiracies, but he also said that Diddy was part of the Black Illuminati, the Boule, and he was in the club, and then he kicked him out. They kicked him out of the club, and that was part of the liquor deal. Ciroc, this big company here in my country, Diageo, worth 55 billion British pounds. He filed a racism lawsuit against them. What do you think about those kind of theories?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't want to believe in it, but as much as we've been seeing stuff and stuff come out, I do believe there's smoke that there at one point was some fire. And so I'll be too naive to say that things like that don't make you question the government or to make you go, I just don't want to. I want to believe everything is what it is. But as I'm getting older and as social media and YouTube and people that are smarter that spend a lot of time researching things, point things out to you, it make you start believing in shows like 24 and stuff like that to believe that, man, maybe the government really do operate that way. You want to live in a country and hope it doesn't, but
I'm ordering.
Hey.
Well, a name that keeps coming up is Clive Davis. I think
Clive Davis
mentioned him and a few other names.
Yeah, I will.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Clive Davis and with Diddy?
I totally agree with Suge Knight when he said that this is a learned behavior by Diddy. From the L.A. Reeds to even maybe Jimmy Iovine and people like that, Clive Davis. I do believe that he observed those things and thought this is how you're supposed to treat, or this is how you treat people in these situations. I do believe that. I do believe that this is something that was learned by Diddy.
What about the allegations Suge Knight made about Diddy and Bieber, saying that Bieber was sent on romantic vacations and was getting passed around by wealthy, powerful people?
Diddy and Usher have they look strange when you talk to them about Diddy, and they were young, and so you know how young people are when you're trying to get into business and stuff. I would hate to put those allegations on them because they are here to defend themselves, but they do come out very suspect. It comes out even the timing of Ben Affleck and J-Lo breaking up and how he just disassociated. People think when we hear about stuff, it's breaking news. We got to know, and people got to understand, we get stuff secondhanded in late. the government or the FBI or the investigating people, they be knowing about this stuff that's coming down the line months and weeks and before it really hits the airwave. Just like Diddy, if you look at him at the BET Awards in June of last year, of 20 June of what was that, 2023, not 2024, when he was apologizing to Cassie at the BET Awards, when he was shouting her out pretty much. He did that for a reason. He knew Cassie was on his butt, and he was trying to please her, or he didn't do a good job of keeping it out in the media, because after Thanksgiving a year ago, well, we have Thanksgiving over here, a year, it'll be about a year coming up, the end of this month, where his life got turned upside down when, the lawsuit was filed, and, it turned out the day later he made the settlement. So my only point to that is he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming, and I just think he did a bad job of managing it and not making that situation go away. Because once they came out, November of last year, his life has been turned upside down, I'm sure.
Yeah. You were saying that you're 3,000 miles away from Diddy. You were
from
on
New York.
You were on the West Coast side of it all. We all know the West Coast East Coast rivalry.
Okay.
And first of all, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that want all the fanboy two-pack questions to be thrown at you. But before we do that, Jaguar Wright, in a couple of our interviews, stated that the corruption within Hollywood and the music industry, it's widespread. And it's almost to the point where if you're making it, you've sold out to a certain extent. As far as the West Coast goes, did you ever experience, and you don't have to name names, but was there ever any words in the grapevine, or was there a West Coast monster equivalent of Diddy that you may have heard through the grapevines, so to say?
Well, to be honest, Suge Knight was the West Coast. Eazy-E, we had him, but Eazy-E died a little bit before, our time. E40, who's also, and Too Short and them, I consider them West Coast legends as well. They were, independent, so their name.
You may have misinterpreted my question, Reggie.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I just in case, because you were listing off a bunch of people there, and I was talking about you'd heard. Yeah, just in case you'd accidentally.
I'll get into it. I was just going to show how the relationships were on people on the West Coast, to where I'm just going to pretty much say the only big names at the end were Suge and Ice Cube, and I never heard any sexual type of issues between Suge Knight and Ice Cube, as far as taking advantage of young ladies.
Yeah, hey, Ice Cube's clean. You don't hear none of that. Yeah, that's good, because he's a real staple to LA for sure. Ice Cube, he wrote a lot. I think he wrote most of Eazy-E shit. So Suge, I'm sure. Who knows? Suge. It's a different individual. Sure. Yeah, man. If you're out there, hit that like and subscribe. And if you want to help more, man, throw $1 in the Cash App. And that shit goes a long way, man. So appreciate you guys. Keep going.
Stuff like that. Ice Cube was always a stand-up guy in my mind. Always had his wife with him. And Suge was just who Suge is. We only accuse Suge of allegedly beating people all the money, which, if you really do the breakdown, I don't believe that, because of, and then the women think Suge was a single man and he was just living his life. And so I think that's where we was going, is to say, because you said Diddy. Now, if we're talking about guys like on Russell Simmons, or maybe a Jimmy Iovine and Clive Davis and stuff, then I can't compare them to Diddy. I can only compare like a Suge Knight or Ice Cube to Diddy. But if we're talking about people that was above them, L.A. Reids or the Clive or the Jimmy Ivings, then that's a different level of people, and they party different than how Suge Knight and Diddy and Ice Cube and them partied in the 90s.
So Jaguar Wright came on the Piers Morgan show and alleged that.
I hope I answered your question.
I'll maybe circle.
Not really,
back I do like to circle back and fact check.
Okay.
And things like that. But carry on, Sean, please.
Yeah, so Jaguar Wright came on the Piers Morgan show and alleged that Jay-Z and Beyonce were monsters, and Piers had to do like an apology and retract that. What do you think? What's your interpretation of what she said there? What do you think?
Well, I think Jaguar has a belief of what she believes. And you can't, in this day of age, you just can't make accusations without proof. Anything that I try to speak on is something that I believe have first knowledge on. I think Jaguar Wright speak on a lot of things of what she believes the majority believes or people want to believe. And that's where I think she gets a lot of her information, and she throws it out. She's very entertaining. She presents it very well, but I don't think she was in that circle to see those things. I don't think Beyonce and Jay-Z were doing that things and had Jaguar Wright in the room with her. I don't believe that. And that would be my only thing is, how would she know? How would she know or see these things? Now, whether you have people that, only allow certain people in there or be around, and that's why your career took off better than others, who knows? But how can we really speak on it if we wasn't one of the ones that benefited from that? If I could go and say, well, my career did well because I did this. When we get people that say stuff like that, then we got to listen to it. If Jamie Foxx or somebody come out and say, hey, I did this and my career went woo. You remember the theory we used to have about, well, there used to be a theory over here where it said you didn't really move up in Hollywood until you put on a dress. Well, then we could say that. I could think of a lot of men that careers took off once they put on a dress.
I agree.
And so when you say stuff like that, then I'll be like, okay, well, Will Smith has said when he put on a dress, his career did this. And I don't mean to throw out names, just whoever, or Ben Reams or whoever that we know put on a dress, and then their careers took off.
Yeah.
Then people like that I can listen to. But just because you throwing out hypotheticals and all of that because of what you believe that went on, I don't like to speak on or give credit to.
So there's a lot of lawsuits and cease and desists flying around in recent months, or around allegations concerning these characters. But Jaguar Wright hasn't received any. Do you think that may back her up a little bit?
I honestly believe because she's judgment proof. This is a person that we know that lived in a car, was living in a car. And so why would you spend $100,000 to sue somebody that don't have $10,000?
I think it would be more for the silencing, if that makes sense. It would be from defaming, fraud, putting out liable statements, all of this. Usually we see individuals go to court, Reggie, for $1 because it's not about the monetary factor.
Correct.
It's about the silencing. And
I think Jaguar just blew up the way she has in 2024, where she's getting on people's radar. Let's ask me this question. Let's do this interview again in 2025 and see if because now that she has a following. When she speaks, she gets a great following, and she's very entertaining to me.
Yo, Reggie got them eyes about to pop out. Like every moment, every time he talks, it's almost like a pug. Is it a pug?
I won't be honest. I like listening to her, and so my only point is now that people know who she is and they hear these things and all that, and they seeing that people are giving her million views and stuff like that. to your point, let's see if they do start silencing her that way. But a lot of times you can say stuff and get away with stuff. Number one, if you're judgment proof, I let people talk about me having something to do with the murder of Tupac and Biggie and all of that for years. But the reason why I never went at them, because I was like, I don't sue them, spend all this money suing them, and they can't have any money. They broke. What they call their attorneys be like their judgment proof. They don't have no house in their name. It's in their wife's name. Or it's theirs, you know.
See, Reggie, I've got to push back a little bit because the individual you're referring to had millions of views before this became a trending topic. They are
Jaguar, right? You said Jaguar did?
Jaguar, Netanya. There's Ali Carter as well. There's a lot of individuals who've been outspoken for years, and you know, some of their fans push back against people like us who are, you know, hijacking they see it as a trend hijack. If you see what I mean. But when we,
I didn't really hear about Jaguar until in the last year and a half. So,
well,
maybe.
Netanya, Reggie, he's referring to this extremely brave woman who we've had on the channel. She's lucky to be alive. She's such a powerful speaker. And her story is she is alleging that she was shot in the face by Diddy at the nightclub with J-Lo. And then, you know, allegedly J-Lo and Diddy ran all these red lights. They get pulled over. The legal case goes down. And Shine, he ends up doing time. And Diddy and J-Lo walk.
And hers was factual. I mean, that did happen. And so, but she does have I'm surprised no one has sued her because she does have the NDA where she's not supposed to be talking about this particular thing because most people don't know she got $750,000 and she wasn't supposed to be talking about this anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if that comes up, but who's going to deal with it? Diddy got bigger problems than her right now. Shine, it may hurt his political ambitions, but I don't know. But everything she said is factual, though. It did happen to her. Okay, so you want J-Lo to sue her? I mean, who do we want to really sue her?
What Netanya wants, she's saying that she wants justice, and
she got it. I think she got that when she took the loss, when she took the settlement.
Also, Reggie, you're probably aware of many people who are in prison who were just present when a shooting happened, and they weren't even in the mix, but just by being there, they get huge sentences. It happens here in the UK. We see it a lot. And she's saying, you know, by J-Lo being there, and possibly allegedly smuggling the drug in, that no justice was served.
Well, I don't subscribe to. I don't think anything should happen to J-Lo on that situation, unless when she hit the gun for them. If it comes out that she hit the gun in her purse that Diddy did, bring in there and shot, and then she should be dealt with and stuff like that. But there hasn't been no evidence of that, to my knowledge. And I did follow the case when Johnny Cochran had it and all of that. But my whole point is, once you make a settlement with somebody and you go here, then you need to go away. And she made a settlement. She made a settlement.
So, Reggie, we've got various guests coming in tonight. We've got an ex-prosecutor. We've possibly got Jaguar Wright herself coming in. And do you mind if we bring these people on the screen and ask a few questions?
I don't mind at all.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, give Ron 5 more minutes if just ask some questions here, Reggie, if you don't mind, because
no problem, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Reg.
And if y'all know anything about me, none of the things I'm saying is shocking any of you two. It may be shocking some of y'all viewers, but y'all know these are my beliefs, right?
Yeah. Listen, Reggie, at no point am I taking away your right to have an opinion. I just want to make that straight. We allow everyone to speak freely. We're not an echo chamber here. So, in the spirit of that, it's interesting because I feel like you're our first guest who has given the complete opposite sort of answers, stories to everything.
Yes.
I believe I'm getting some interesting vibes from you, Reggie. And I feel like, is there something you want to say? Is there something that you're
you want to tell us? Is there a bigger picture here, Reggie, that we're perhaps missing? Not so much just with you, but in the way that you fall into this whole story.
Well, the Diddy stuff, I don't fall into it nowhere. It's all just opinionated because I didn't work with them or wasn't around them. And I'm just speaking from my opinion over the music industry from the little time that I had in it.
Sure.
So that's all I'm speaking on is my
I'm with you.
opinion. Yeah, nothing I know or nothing that I'm saying is factual. Just all opinion based.
Listen, Reggie, I think it's great that you've got a completely different perspective, because if we're only just getting one perspective over and over, we're not learning anything new. I appreciate, I know you've got a background in law enforcement. You were in the mix deep with Death Row, and you really do have a unique perspective, and we value you coming on and sharing that information.
Yeah, just so you know, the dynamic is Sean's good cop. I'm the sort of bad cop, right?
Man.
Just so you know, that's the fun dynamic we have
I
here.
deal with this all day. If anybody know anything about me, I respond to people.
Yeah, we done with you, buddy. Send his ass to the goop log, cause Reggie White is not right at all. We're going to the real right. It's the only right that I subscribe to. Hey, it's the only right that I subscribe to. You better stop. Oh, that's us right there. Crazy. But we about to react. We about to react. I think she goes in on this one, actually. This is about, she names off Aaron Carter. Nick Carter. No, Aaron Carter. That's the one that died. That's the one that that fought Lamar Odom. MK Ultra, Liam Payne, Aaron Carter, Diddy latest lawsuit, and his kid speaking out. He will never be fully exposed. Crazy. Rumors of Trump tape. Will Diddy make it out alive? Ray J calling her out. Oh, we're getting right into that. Here. We're gonna get right into this here. What the fuck is that? There's no skip button or what? Come on, huh? Man, if y'all out there, hit that like and subscribe, man. And we'll figure this shit out right now.
If you sell info products like courses, programs, masterminds, and that kind of stuff, and you want to run YouTube ads and promote your business with YouTube ads, and you're wondering how to script those YouTube ads so that they actually work for you, let me tell you a little secret. The key to scripting the...
Bro, I'm not watching it. We're getting it right. We're getting it right for you. Hang tight. Get your popcorn. Actually, I got pizza, bro. Come on, bro. What's up with you? Oh, I really don't want to have to shut this stream down. Come on, man. All right. So, yeah, man, how y'all doing out there, man? Look at ODM Slim. He got the gas on him. You got the fire, you got the flame. Let's see what's sipping Tati. That's what's up. It's the homegirl.
So you can do whatever you gotta do, just don't get caught. The moment there's evidence or proof, that's it. So you be very careful. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like nobody has to tell anybody this, but sometimes when you're in panic mode, as a suspect, you forget things. Like, you ever been caught eating somebody's food or something? I'm just trying to think of a time when I was guilty so that I can kind of relate to Diddy. I need to be able to relate. If I can't relate, then I can't help you.
100%.
Right? There was a time, I feel like, somewhere down memory lane, where I'm sure I I stole some crayons once from someone. I remember that, but I wasn't proud of that. So that doesn't count. I always felt bad when I did something wrong. Okay.
That's the moral. That's the morals you got.
Okay. Memory lane. I don't know. Hypothetically speaking, allegedly, one day I grabbed a jar of cookies and I hid it and I ate it.
Ooh.
And I enjoyed those cookies, and I'll never take that feeling back. Not for nothing. However, I'll put the cookies back and say I didn't do it. Somebody else did it, and I'll cry, and I'll cry, and I'll cry. And even if they don't believe me, I'm still gonna cry. Because why would I eat those cookies? It's not like they said I couldn't have it. But you know what? To tell you a secret, I enjoyed it more because they said I couldn't have it. That's just a little secret between you and I. Huh? So then I thought to myself, and I said, self, until my dying day, don't ever confess. Except for now, clearly. I'm on camera.
I'll let you know when it's here.
And then you know what? Something within me said, I can say I ate the cookies, or I can die with the secret.
Right.
And you know what?
Like, I'm going to take it to the grave.
I confess later on. Not immediately.
That's just because you're conditioned. You're conditioned that way. Some people are conditioned to pathologically lie. Some people are conditioned to feel bad about when they do that. Some people are conditioned to not feel it at all. Some people are masochists in real life type shit. So you gotta I think when you have morals, man, when you feel bad about something that I kind of think like there's a level of where you can don't go overboard with it, which I'm like my worst critic too, for sure. I'll dwell on shit for a couple days. Like, nah. My brother, same shit happened to him. He's like, I'm over that shit. Let's move on. You know what I mean? So I think there's just a lot of different types of there's a chart for what kind of people there are, just like what body types there are, what gene makeup there are.
But I confessed later on. Because the guilt was killing me. And it was guilt that only a person who wants to feel the greatest pleasures of life can feel. And that is guilt, my friend. That is guilt. And so as my word to you, I say, get rid of your guilt, right? Do drugs or something. No, I don't know. But if you ever get caught with this, you're going away forever. So I may not be you, and you may not be me. But you got to do what you got to do, and I got to get paid, right? I'm not saying to take this advice. This isn't even advice. This is just me consulting with you, human to human, right? Now, do I think you're guilty? That is, I'm not getting paid to say, yes, I think you're guilty. Absolutely. But I will say, there are people worse than you. Maybe. Like Pharaoh. Pharaoh was terrible. Who else? Who else was terrible? Just terrible. there was another person who was just terrible. I'm going to think of them. Someone more terrible than you. I'm going to think about them. Just give me a second. Who else was more terrible than you than Pharaoh? Willie Lynch. Now, he was bad. So when it comes to a comparison, you're not that bad compared to some people that they say that they're the devil. I don't really think you compare to Willie Lynch. You might have even taken it a step further, actually, because you're including everybody. I don't think you're worse than Willie Lynch, because he had the original idea. You got it from somewhere, so can't really give you credit for that. So Willie Lynch is definitely worse than you.
Let's see what
Pharaoh, Moses and Pharaoh, the whole Red Sea thing. Do you think that stuff is real? I don't know. I feel like you should be feeling some type of, besides paying off people, I really do feel like you should. But if you don't care, you do what you want.
Yeah,
I'm just here to get paid, right? Huh?
Dude, if you care, it doesn't mean you're right or wrong. If you don't care, it doesn't mean you're right or wrong either. You know what I mean? So I don't think. I do think there's a collective like violence type of deal where if we're a tribe, why don't be trying to kill each other. You know what I mean?
And make sure that at least I win. Right? At least I told you to feel bad. This is just as your friend. Well, I'm not really your friend. Clearly, if I was your friend, I wouldn't be here defending you.
Hey, shout out.
I'm just a person that cares.
Boom. She said
about money. What else? Who else is worse than you besides Willie Lynch and Pharaoh? No. What else? Who else is worse than you besides Willie Lynch and Pharaoh? No.
Honestly, I don't even know who that
He was actually a really good leader.
The wanted guy.
And you're not even like a good leader at like stuff that you do. Like, how do you lose so many people overnight? Like, at least lose them, like in time. I don't know. Someone who had to be like, you're just a bad. You weren't. You never. It's just. It was always bad from the start. That's kind of where you messed up. But you did have a good It just that shattered so fast. You need another persona. You need to have another face, because all you have right now is the hip hop face. All you have right now is, at least Michael Jackson had a different face. Literally, we need to take from his book. Because he had the black face and then he had the white face. It was like, whoa, it's not just music now. Now, dabbling in another culture. You need Michael Jackson was smart. Okay, because you can't really get him like the way they're going to get you. And you're asking, what's the difference between you and that other guy? You guys got a different face. It's a whole different ballgame.
Hey. Sipping Tati, man. I love this channel, man. She just goes off too. And she's a great supporter too of our channel. Shout out Tati. I wanted to get into this next topic, and it just kind of was like baffled me a little bit. And this is this right here. Guess I could quit talking about it, right? Like some kind of suspense. Where's the boom. I need to zoom out. That's what I gotta do. There we go. Oh, it was boom. There it is. Wow, it was live right there. We're gonna bypass the ad real quick. Oh shit, that's my stream. No way, I've never done this. You watch your own stream? That's gotta be some weird shit. Straight up. Interesting. I didn't know you could do that. If you guys are watching, hit that Cash App right there, man. That helps out the channel a lot. We're almost to our super chats, man, so we'll be able to take questions for a little bit of donation. Let's see what we got.
Rely on Roomba to get it vacuumed up, mopped up, cleaned in the moment. Because there's no present like the present. Roomba, to have and to give. I just got...
What in the fuck? Stupid ass fucking mouse. Oh my god, bro. That shit makes me mad. Why do I... My bad. About to break the fucking... the keyboard. They stupid shit, man. Come on. In other news, YNW Melly judge orders state to show evidence or release. Wow. So she was fed up already. You see a lot of white judges too. They like to, you know. I wonder what's going on in the back. Huh? Come on. Nah, this stupid motherfucking shit. Dude, I'm not gonna just keep... Alright.
That's pretty sweet.
Bro, I'm not just gonna keep watching that. Y'all here with me watching that? I can't even click that shit. Skip? Come on, Skip. Skip, come on, Skip. You ain't gonna talk to me like that, Skip. Now, Skip, I told you. Now, Skip, you ain't gonna... Skip. Hey, Skip. Yeah, where's Godfrey when we need him? Straight up. I'm getting Godfrey right now. Dude, this stream wants me to stop it or something because oh no. I thought Premiere was open, but it's not. So we're gonna go to YouTube and we're gonna go to Skip. Skip. Now come on, Skip. Hey, write in the comments. I know y'all know who that is. It's Skip. Now you know Skip. Skip. No, Skip. You ain't. I think they was talking about Tom Brady. That's when that shit was hilarious. They were talking about Tom Brady. And oh, we got a caller, our first caller. We got our first caller on the line. Hi, you're here with Hip Hop Heist. We are here. It's 8:41. Ether. So we're watching some Jaguar Wright. Jay-Z and Beyonce took Aliyah. So an NBA Youngboy, he's going to prison, and Diddy is tampering with evidence. So it's a lot going on tonight. Would you like to give your take on it, sir? You don't want to say too much. Oh man, see, you don't want to hold that information though from the public, bud. So, go ahead and share. You have this is a safe platform. You know what? I think he just hung up, guys. I'm sorry. Oh nope, he's still there. How you doing, sir? What up, man? Oh, cool. You saw a fight. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I know. Come on through. Right now. What are you trying to do? Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, I'm gonna have to stop this freaking live stream, guys. I'll be back in like 10. No, it's not you, Ether. Listen, I'm telling you. Goddamn, it's not you. It's the fucking computer. It keeps stopping. God damn. Yeah, all right. I'll hit you up later. Bye. And he's like, I'm sorry, but I still have to go. Fucking Ether, dude. He's hilarious. He's one of the good ones, man. Me and Ether been homies since first grade, bro. Let's be real. Cuz is hilarious. He does the potato factory farmer guy. The impression. Oh man, I should have told him to do that. He thought it was his fault. I'm like, bro, it's not yours. It's the computer. I really have to put down the kbps, whatever, kilobytes, right, per second. Boom. Come on, because I'm a fucking lawyer. I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer, Betty. We need 10,000 Deutschmarks back in the clerical pool now, or you're fired. What movie's that on? I need 10 million Deutschmarks. We're all backed up, and Hank and Clerical wants to talk shit. Okay, dude, my computer's done. You guys are watching this. Can't believe it. Like, can't believe we're even going. Listen, Jay. Dame wants half of the company. And Roger over here, he's gonna steal your fucking wife. He's gonna steal your fucking wife. Listen, hey Jay, you know who the fuck I am? Well, listen, you don't wanna fuck with me. Who the fuck is taking my artist? Remember when he flipped out? Remember when Dame flipped out on Leo Cohen? That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. Y'all take our artists and you make them into something that you want. All right. Shit, that's a whole segment. If I could get that Zoom over. But damn, that's a whole segment. Jay's like, yeah, I win every time. You know what I mean? And then Roger's like, I'll fuck your wife. Because, like, I'll fuck. Listen, I'm going to take $10 million from you. And I'm fucking your wife. Oh, no, man. Why you got to do that, sir? Because I'm a fucking suit and tie. Attorneys. All right, that's it. You guys better stop watching this shit. You're egging me on now. You're egging me on, and I'm going to get in trouble by the first home. What was it? The homeroom? Homeroom, yeah. Oh, shit, we watching Could Have Been Records. Brand new one. Actually, we're not, bro. I'm about to shut this shit down. Sorry. I'll be back in 10, guys. Come back and hit the like and subscribe right now before you dip. We out. Peace.